What is going on, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome to a brand new post-commentary duel video. Playing Crusadia Mekk-Knight here. I know it's probably not going to look like a Crusadia Mekk-Knight deck, but it is, trust me. Versus the Thunder deck. Once again, he's going to go first. I mean, both of our decks, really, the dice roll doesn't matter in this matchup, mainly because he wants to go first, I want to go second. If I win the die roll, I'm going to pick second, he's going to get to go first. If he wins the dice roll, he's going to get to go first, and I'm going to get to go second. It's a win-win on either side. So luckily, the dice roll doesn't really matter too much in this particular matchup. He's going to get started, though, with the Aloof Lupine, a very underrated Thunder card that used to be played a lot more when Thunder, was first sort of brought into the meta, but now sort of making a recurrence with the deck. In this more rogue-like, not rogue-like, but stun-like strategy that Thunder, I think, really thrives at, instead of being a part of a super heavy combo-oriented deck like Crusadia, Guard, Dragon, Thunder. So you can see him summoning out the Matrix there, and I believe searching Thunder Dragon Fusion off of the Dark, and then going into Cyframe Lord Lambda, of all things, and then adding another copy of Matrix off of Matrix. And then he's going to pitch the Thunder Dragon Hawk to summon out the Roar, and as you might expect, he'll be attributing that away for a copy of Colossus, just like that. And from there, I think we'll see the Thunder Dragon Fusion come down, yep, as you might expect, because ending Colossus with Titan, very, very potent in this format, 100%. And the thing about the Pure Thunder deck is it has its ability to be able to play around Nibiru by ending on a Colossus or a Titan, with some back row, within the first 5 summons. But speaking of Nibiru, the field's going to go ahead and get smashed real quick on that last summon. And, yeah, field's pretty good. I think that was my first ever Nibiru dropped in a real game. So there it is, caught on camera. But regardless of, all of that, still smashing his entire field with Nibiru. And man, oh man, did it feel good to do so. His token's got pretty big attack, but really don't care too much. Before he leaves main phase, because that's where I initially activated it, I'm like, before you leave the main phase, before he goes into the end phase on his first turn, we'll drop the Nibiru. But still in his main phase, now that I stopped him from leaving the main phase, he's going to opt to play the Instant Fusion, summon out Kaminari Thunder, or Kaminari Attack, and then Fusion into Titan again. So still getting something on the board, even though I smashed most of it away with that Nibiru, the Primal Being. He'll take 1,000, at least get himself another Titan on the field. Just go ahead and calculating how much attack the token will have. Having quite a bit, since it attributed away a Colossus, a Titan, and a Cyframe Lord Lambda. I'm going to get started on my turn, though, with a very clutch Arborea to start off the turn. And linking that off into a Magus, and summoning out Reclusia, doing Chain Link to Reclusia, and using the Arborea to save it. Clearing that token off the field, no problem, because I need to out that token at some point, and I decided to do it right now. Now, to be honest with you guys, this is a Crusadia Mekk-Knight build, but did I see Mekk-Knights? No, I really did not. So it's just going to look like a pure Crusadia build right off the bat, which honestly I'm really a fan of a pure Crusadia build, and I've been playing a lot of pure Mekk-Knight lately in preparation for the YCS. So I apologize if my Crusadia play isn't the best, and there's definitely some things that I do in this game that we're going to have to critique 100%, and I'll show you guys what that is when we get there, and why it's always important to read and understand cards in some of your harder matchups. So I'm going to go Regulex Chainlink 1. I think I'm activating Regulex here, and he's going to activate Matrix, and luckily for me, I have Crusadia power to be able to turn off the Titan, because I did have something in response to the activation, so won't be able to activate it in effect there. So not only do I get to turn his Colossus off, make him lose a random card, but I also get to resolve my search and make my Regulex unaffected by card effects this turn. So far, so good. Right now, as it stands, I could make a Borreload with everything on field, but I'm going to go for Testament. Now, I'm a little greedy with this play, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little greedy. Now linking off the Nibiru and the Regulex for a copy of Equamax. And then here I was debating on whether or not to link off into another copy of Magus, so I could go right into Avermax and combine it with that copy of Crusadia Testament I have in my hand to be able to go into that +4 off of Testament. that draw effect that it has, which is so clutch. In order for you to be able to draw cards equal to the link rating of the monster that you use to destroy something by battle with. But here, I make a crucial mistake. I was under the, mindset that basically both Thunder Fusions could protect from battle or destruction. So that's why I went and grabbed the, the Widow Anchor off the Engage here, which is still a smart move regardless. And I don't think I had 3 spells in grave. And I waste the Widow Anchor thinking I can't kill it by battle because I thought Titan had built-in protection from battle and destruction, but it's only destruction. So I just threw a Widow Anchor out the window. And we were playing some testing matches to get better on learning this matchup. For me, particularly learning the Thunder matchup better. That's why you guys have seen 2 duels go up recently with Thunder Dragons. As my friend was trying to play the deck against me playing other couple decks for variety for the channel. But at the same time, just to help me get better and more familiar with the Thunder matchup. And this is a mistake that he didn't tell me until afterwards. And, that's just on me. So I waste a Widow Anchor there, but I still get to resolve my Testament and draw 4 cards. I think I picked up 2 Purple Nightfalls and drew into 2 more monsters. So I couldn't even get any main phase 2 Mekk-Knight plays going. So I'm left with just Avermax, which is very scary because Avermax is not so much of a threat against Thunder Dragon because Titan is such a good card. He does destroy, but he doesn't target, and that is the scariest thing. Starting off his turn, ladies and gentlemen, with that Thunder Dragon Fusion, banishing it to go and search any Thunder card from his deck. Still has a loaded graveyard. Really hoping he doesn't have Levianeer or Duo this turn, or else he's just going to go off the rails with this turn. But nonetheless, getting access to one of those cards at least, the Duo if he wanted, off this Thunder Dragon Fusion, could add any Thunder card. Could even add Zaborg, the Thunder or the Mega Monarch, or Danko Sekka. Can add quite a few different monsters, a myriad, if you will. So gonna add the Duo though now. Right now, I think that's the appropriate time to go for it since he's got a loaded graveyard and plenty of effects, potential effects to resolve. But we're gonna see the Chaos Dragon Levianeer. And the thing about Levianeer, he also does not target, so he doesn't even need Titan in this situation to be able to out the Avermax. And unfortunately, I've got to, lose my Avermax here. And the way that the chain links would resolve, he's going to summon first off of the effect of the Roar that he banished. So technically now I would have the option to send, now that Dark is on the field. And which is important to know that the way everything would resolve, because had I not, paid attention to that fact and with the way that chain links would resolve and the way Avermax is activated on a new chain link, I believe, I would leave him on board with the Dark, which gets him into a fusion. So now I at least have to make him work a little bit harder to get into his Thunder Fusions, because the Colossus or the Levianeer, I don't really care too much at the moment. It can attack. The only thing it did was clear my Avermax, but, it is what it is. We can always get that card back out of the grave with a succession if we can get into any link monster. Or we could recycle it with the copy of Crusadia Draco and possibly go into it again. But I'm safe from damage. That is the biggest thing here. I cannot be attacked by the Levianeer, but I can be attacked by other things. And there's Thunder Dragon Fusion, which I think he'll be playing right now. And he does have 3 Colossus, or 3 Titan, rather. Just for proof, he does recycle 2 Titan, I believe, and summon the 3rd. He did show me in the extra deck that he does have, proof of the 3rd one. So if you guys ever come across any pure Thunder decks, and they end up recycling 2 Colossus, or 2 Titan, or whatever it may be, make sure they always have proof that the 3rd Titan is in the extra deck, because if they don't have a 3rd one, they're trying to recycle 2 to summon one of those 2 that they're recycling, that ain't it, Chief. That's not how it works. So just always be on the lookout for that. So Thunder Dragon Fusion being activated, cycling the Matrix and 2 Titans. He's going to go ahead and show me the 3rd one there. He's just going to summon it out. So putting the 2 other Titans back into the deck to summon the 3rd. And Thunder Dragon Fusion, the fusion spell, coming in very clutch this turn. But I'm hoping at this point his hand isn't too good. Maybe he has no discards for next turn. Ideally, Thunder Dragon would be the worst, scenario, because that's potentially, 1-2 pops right then and there. Or Matrix would be bad, or Dark. But he'll swing in for 32 nonetheless. He's going to pass it back to me. Like I said, I had all monsters that I drew off of that Testament last turn. 2 of them Purple Nightfalls. And I've got really no follow-ups in my graveyard, which is really, really unfortunate. I could normal summon one of my Crusadias for sure and try to link here, which is exactly what I'm going to do. But, of course, on the Summon of Magus, that Matrix is going to activate. I have nothing to chain in response to the Colossus. And that is just going to clear the Magus off my field, and I'm going to have to scoop. Next turn, he drops the Duo and puts enough damage on board for game. And we're going to have to go ahead and go into game 2, where I want to mention a quick shout-out to our sponsor at Imperium Duelist as I shotgun that Lancia in that beautiful sleeve, non-effect red tournament-ready sleeve, Imperial armor sleeves. Highly recommend you guys check them out. And this beautiful Toon Extravaganza playmat, all can be found on the website. A link to that down in the description below. Alongside my affiliate link for TCG Player, you guys can now support me by shopping on TCG Player like you normally would, just by clicking that link and checking out using that link like you normally would shop on TCG Player, and I'll receive a small portion of the revenue from your purchase. So if you want to support me through TCG Player, feel free to do so by using that link. But getting back to the game here, normal summoning Matrix to go into Linkuriboh, to add another copy of Matrix, Dark pitching for Dark, and then we'll see Hawk summon out Dark. So not too flashy of a turn here, but it really doesn't need to be. Linkuriboh and Colossus, especially with me playing a deck that is a diehard going second OTK deck. Linkuriboh Colossus is a hard field to break. Really gonna have a hard time OTKing through that. Gonna start with the Maximus though, regardless, to go into Magus. And I cannot search, which is the biggest hindrance to this board. And I think he did all that perhaps in less than 5 summons. Normal the Matrix, and then summoned Linkuriboh, and then summoned Dark. 1, 2, 3, Colossus 4. So that's 4 summons for Linkuriboh Colossus. So safe from Nibiru, thankfully for him anyways. I think I was still main decking Kaijus with this build as well, which I think main decking Kaijus with Crusadia is absolutely 100% necessary, whether you play a full Slumber package or maybe just play 3 Kaijus in the main with Nibirus, which is what I was trying with this matchup. I think I was just playing like Kamungus, Dogoran, and Jizukiru, and 2 Nibiru. But I'm able to add back off of Draco here for Maximus. Obviously no search from the Magus, which is really unfortunate. And from here, I believe I just summon out the Maximus. And, of course, no search again from the Regulex, just going really minus here at this point, going into Equamax. And with no other fuel left, I believe, at this point, I'm going to use Succession here, which I actually don't know if I use or not. I think one thing I probably should have done is maybe I could have brought back the Lancia to Tribute. But again, he still has the Linkuriboh, which I don't even know if you can use Lancia's Tribute effect during your opponent's turn. See, like, these are things I should just know. Lancia, arguably, though, not the best side deck card against Thunder Dragon, because it only really stops a handful of cards. In most of the cases, they can still end on a pretty sturdy board without banishing at all, and without even going over 5 summons. So, battle phase is going to occur here. Of course, he's going to use the Linkuriboh. And I've got a Draco in my hand, or an Arborea, I believe. I think I had Draco and Arborea. But going to link into another copy of Magus, and then link all the way up into Avermax once again. I think I switched that column there. Unfortunately, no Mekk-Knights in hand either. I had the 2 purple that I drew off the Testament in game 1. Couldn't resolve those in any way, shape, or form. Now I've just got to sort of rely on Avermax this turn and hope it's going to be enough to get me through the turn. But who knows if it actually will be. He still has an extra Monster Zone to go into for another fusion. And a pretty loaded graveyard with Matrix, Hawk, and Dark. So he's looking pretty good, especially with this Leviathan now coming down. Banishing Dark, Linkuriboh, it looks like, and Matrix, or maybe going for Hawk. You definitely want to banish the Hawk here. Yeah, so he's going to banish all 3 of those Thunders in grave. And I still have an Arborea, though, in my graveyard, so I can at least protect my Avermax here from this destruction from Leviathan. Even though it doesn't target, it still destroys, and Arborea can protect it since it is a Crusadia monster. Mekk-Knight Crusadia Avermax. Now I'm just hoping at this point, please don't be able to get Titan. Please don't be able to get Titan, but he already definitely can if he wanted to. just pitching a Thunder Dragon or just fusing with the Colossus and any monster in his hand. Very, very easy to do so right now. It has very easy access, and especially even with Instant Fusion now, paying 1,000, going into Kaminari attack, gladly paying that 1,000 life points. It's almost like the Instant Fusion cost nowadays really doesn't seem like a whole lot, really, when the amount of value it gets you really nowadays with Rage and Thousand Eyes, Millennium Eyes, and Kaminari attack for a deck like Thunder. Pitches Thunder Dragon, and fortunately I can't save it again, and Arborea doesn't protect from destruction for the entire turn. If it did, it'd be kind of busted. If I would have been able to search last turn, or see any of my Striker Engine to be able to out that Colossus. I mean, I can out it now, but it's, of course, a little bit too late. Evermax does have a final say, even if you do clear him. I'm going to send that card to the graveyard. Hands down, but again, sort of in a similar position I was in Game 1, having a Titan and a Levianeer face me down. One of them can attack, but the other one can, and still is a very, very big threat. Pitching Hawk now to summon out Dark to get a little extra damage on board, a little 1,600 extra damage, which not too much, but definitely gonna be enough because I'm down to 32, which puts me at range next turn to be just one-shotted by that Titan if I can't do anything about it. And I know he's got a Thunder Dragon in his hand. And I know any play I make at this point is futile because whatever hits the board first is going to be met with the instant interruption, instant resistance. So we're going to normal Arborea, which would have been nice to at least link here. And him seeing that Arborea is going to be a signal for him just to pop that right off the bat. Hope that I don't have a, a Testament or a Power, which I do not have Succession and Draco in hand, which is unfortunate. And unfortunately, Arborea can only banish to save from destruction from field or graveyard, not hand, though. So yeah, that's going to be it for this match. Unfortunately, I get 2-0'd by the Thunder deck again. This Thunder deck, it is unfortunate. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless. Check out Imperium Duelist. Check out my link for TCG Player if you're interested in doing that. And yeah, join Discord, follow me on Twitch as well. Hope you guys having a good one. As always, Ridiculous signing out. We'll see you guys in the next one.